All right, you're good.
All right, perfect. Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I am so excited to share this amazing opportunity with you, ladies. Just so you guys can get, some information about me. I'm going to give you a quick intro before we go ahead and talk about the business, right? So, I'm Daniela. Prior to this business, 2 years prior, I have been doing real estate for 7 years. Okay, now I do real estate as a side gig, honestly, because my full time job is money. And I was one of the ones that had every excuse you could think of. I had no idea what network marketing was. And I automatically compared it to, what was it, Herbalife, right? So, I was clueless. I was not educated on what network marketing was. So when they offered it to me, I was like, oh, it's probably just like this business, right? Which was the biggest mistake. Now, back in June of 2018, aside from having all these excuses of not having the time as a single mom and being shy in front of a camera or not having the followers, all of that, I realized that I those were just my limiting beliefs of me not giving myself the opportunity of what could happen with this business, right? So I stood behind that fear and moved on with sticking to that routine that I had, which was working to live, right? I have a beautiful 5 year old, no help at all, no handouts. Dad has not been present for 5 years. So it was just me, my hustle, and playing both roles, right? So raising my little girl, it did take a toll on me. I thought real estate was something, that was my passion, something that I loved. But once that little girl came into my life, I realized that there was no way I was sacrificing her just to work, just to do this, right? And it did take a toll where I would come home, put her to sleep. I was missing out on all these things that she would do in school. I had the biggest mom guilt through that. And just like I had no life. I was working to live, working to provide, and checking my bank account to see if I could do things with her throughout the weekends. And it was, it was, I knew there was more for me, and that's not what I wanted to settle for. Okay. So as I was praying for something, I had this business offered to me, and this was literally what I was praying for. 6 months down the line, December of 2018, as I watched, or you can say stalked, the girl that offered me this business, I would see her get an income every single Friday, every 15th of the month, meaning 5 times a month. I would see her receive a paycheck. Okay. Then I would also see the badass community that she was surrounded with. I would see the results she was getting on her hair. I would see the car that she had earned and gifted it to her mom. I would see the trips that she had earned through the business, and everything I saw on social media. I'm like, there's so much to gain out of this business. And I'm here standing behind all my fears and excuses that I have rather than taking that leap when she has a full time job. She was able to still do this business. Why not me, right? December of 2018, I reached out to her and I'm like, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I feel like I'm okay, but I could be better. Okay. If this can generate an extra source of income of maybe $500 or something, I would be the happiest single mom alive, because as a single mom, it does get hard. And if you know anything about real estate, it's commission based. Okay. There's months that it can be great, and then there's months where you have to make sure you're saving for the next one, right? So it was constantly chasing a check every single month. And I'm like, this is what I need. Okay. Aside from everything else that I've seen, that's great. And I know that those are just bonuses attached to this business. What piques my interest right now is that residual income every single week. I don't have that. So I joined of December of 2018. I have not looked back, thinking, and it was hard to even fathom that I would be at the top of this company. I just came in for a simple $500 check every single month. As I came into this business, I saw what world it was. Like it's a completely different world, right? You have literally a community of people encouraging you, motivating you, and like just cheering you on. And I'm like, man, I don't have those type of friendships, right? I'm like, what is this? Then I see all the things that I'm getting paid for, which I would never get paid for before, like washing my hair, like taking care of myself. I'm getting paid for this and sharing stuff that I love, which I had already done that. Every single time someone asked me, Danny, I love your dress or your shoes or your lipstick, I was constantly social selling all these other places and I would not get paid for it. Now, when people would ask me what I was using for my hair, I'm getting paid for every product I would sell, right? So, long story short, a year and 6 months, I reached the top of the company. And I am so grateful and blessed to be able to share and see other people's life transition into that too. And the fact that you're able to bring in people that you love and close friends and do this with people that, you know, maybe even your friends or your family members, and take them with you on this journey has been nothing but fulfillment, at least for like all of us in this business, right? So that's a little bit of my story. What is this business? What is network marketing? And I want to go ahead and educate you guys because I didn't know what network marketing was. It's literally the second highest paying business in the world. Okay. It actually makes the most millionaires in the world. So just by that being said, the first thing that might be popping up into your head is like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, or it's what else have I heard before? Like it's a scam, whatever, right? Like you're like, no, it's not. If you think about what is a pyramid scheme and ask yourself, you would see that the whole world is a pyramid scheme. You go into corporate America, you have the CEO, the vice president, and all the employees below. And as for me, that I work the real estate world, there's the broker and all the realtors below paying a commission to the broker. Okay, you go to Publix, that's a pyramid scheme. You go to the bank, that's a pyramid scheme. You go anywhere, everything is a pyramid scheme. This is a business, okay? This is a business, and the best part is that you are your own business owner. You work this business however you want. You could grow it through social media, you can grow it through events, you can grow it through word of mouth, however you want, because at the end of the day, you are your business owner. You pick the hours. You can tailor this business to your life. I was able to do it as a single mom working real estate full time. I did not leave real estate, you guys. Okay, that's another thing that people question. Like, did she leave this to do this? No, I worked real estate full time, which was providing my income to pay my bills until this business became my full time income and actually took real estate. I'm making like 10 times what real estate would have never given me, and this is just the beginning for me. Okay, so this is why I love it. I share it because not only do we have bomb ass products, but this is a business that changes lives. Okay, the products are vegan, they're anti-aging. The science behind our products no one else has. With our hair care line, our skincare line, and now we have a wellness line. So we're literally working from our outer beauty to our inner beauty, and we're sharing this. And the way we work this business is right from this device, right? Which we say, like, if you have one of these, might as well make money from it, right? And again, doing what you already do, which is social sell. When you're out in a restaurant, you're tagging the restaurant. When you're, at the gym and you're tagging the gym, all of that is social selling, and you guys don't even know that you're doing it, right? So if you have this device and you're scrolling through it, make your money out of this, right? This is the 21st century business. Everything is being ran online. And after 2020, nothing is promised, okay? Retail, you can forget about. Everything is gonna go online. Last year for us it literally skyrocketed our business because people were stuck at home ordering stuff from their homes, and it's only gonna get better, okay? We already know that everything is evolving towards the online businesses, and that's how we work. It's an e-commerce business. You can call it the Amazon of money because we work just like a drop shipping, right? The person puts its order and it gets dropped off right to their house. Okay, we don't have to do no packaging. We don't have to do no inventory. That back end, the company takes care of it. I can go on, and I'm sure I can continue speaking, but I want to give the opportunity to, is it you, Angie?
Shanna Lee.
Shanna Lee. Let's give it to Shanna Lee.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Shanna Lee. I'm 28 years old. I'm a mom. I have two girls. They're five. She's five, and I have another one that she's 5 months. I have a full-time job, and I also do real estate. And the reason why I joined this business is because while I was on maternity leave, I was desperately looking for for extra income. Unfortunately, my full-time job did not pay me while I was on leave, and I was literally living off my savings account and also depending on my husband's income. So I couldn't be active with real estate since it consisted of showing, homes and COVID and having a newborn. It was like, impossible for me to do. So I wouldn't be able to do any showings till after 6 p.m. when my husband would, come home. And I mean, I don't know these people, so it's like, who would want to show homes to a stranger, while it's dark. So anyway, I've been doing the business now for 4 months, and in just 4 months, within 2 weeks, I was able to make my initial investment back. And again, in just a short 4 months, I've been able to pay off my credit card debt. And this is literally with making additional income with this company. Um, Sorry, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I've been able to pay off credit card debt, and thanks to this business, like I didn't have to use my my savings account money in order to pay off this credit card debt. So I work this business very part-time. Um, and I work it with a full-time mentality. And I'm here to tell you that around my busy schedule, if I can do this, so can you. This business has literally been a lottery ticket, and you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I love it. I love it. You guys, you both of you are so inspiring. And while both of them have two completely different stories, I can honestly tell you guys that mine is just as different from theirs. So while you have, Daniela, she went from working, as a single mother, and now she's a full-time shampoo dealer, right? Being successful with this business and still continuing to be a single mom, right? Then you have Shanna Lee. She is currently working full time. That's a really big, that's a big job. That's a big girl job. Coming home, after working all day long, you still have to you still have to be the mom that you are. Cook dinner, do everything that you have to do, right? And that's why we do these calls, later on in the night so that we can devote, instead of, watching Netflix, doing all these things, we can devote our time into trainings, which we provide for you every single step of the way. We have Facebook groups for trainings. We have chats for trainings. We share resources with every single one of you. Daniela and myself have been in this business for 2.5 years. Shanna Lee has been in this business for only a couple of months, and she's already achieved the first leadership rank within this business, being so successful in such a short amount of time because she has leaders like us who are leading her and guiding her every single step of the way. And we're going to be able to do that with you as well, right? Because Daniela and myself, we made the errors way back then, and we're going to make sure that you guys are not making those errors as well, right? So, a little bit about myself before I continue, keep going, because I can talk forever, which is something I was never able to do before. And that's something that is part of my story, which it brought out passion in me. It brought a big mojo out of me, and confidence more than anything. So 2 years ago, when I first joined this business, I am not the same person that I am today. Okay. I went from working, I was working for like Hooters. I was in human resources and I was very, very busy. Then all of a sudden I got pregnant and my husband's like, well, you're going to stay home. And I was like, okay, that's like the best idea ever. Like, who doesn't want to stay home with their children and be a stay at home mom? But little did I know is that I was in for a rude awakening. Little did I know is that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom on a budget. And while a lot of you may think that being a stay-at-home mom is the best thing ever, it is. It's amazing. I love being a present mother. However, being a stay-at-home mom on a budget is completely different. I couldn't do the mommy and me classes. I couldn't go out shopping. I couldn't go out to lunch. I couldn't do anything that I wanted. While I had the time freedom that everybody's constantly craving for, I didn't have the financial freedom to go along with the time freedom. Because to be able to do anything that you want, period, whether it's to take your kid to the candy store, whether it's to go get an ice cream, right? Whether it's just to get out of the house, just to get a fresh, fresh air, an indoor playground, anything, period, everything costs money. And otherwise, $5 here, $5 there, everything starts adding up. And next thing you know, you spend so much. And then next thing you know, you're having financial arguments with your partner. And that's exactly what was happening for me. And for 7 whole years, I was dependent of my partner. And it was just, it was daunting me. It was just falling really, really heavily on me because I found myself 7 years deep, not one single dollar to my name. I didn't file taxes. I felt stuck. I was unmotivated because I was constantly pouring out to my entire family. I remember one day thinking I did not sign up to be Cinderella. Does anybody ever feel like that? You know, us mamas, like I did not sign up to be Cinderella. And while I love being a mom, I love me too. And I felt like as a mom, I forgot about me. I lost myself. I lost my mojo. I lost my passion. I forgot what it's like to be me. Who am I before these children? Right? And to be able to be the best mom ever, you have to enjoy being a mom. Means that you have to enjoy having your me time. You have to have your cup full. My cup was empty and it was just getting more and more empty by the second. The glass was broken already, right? So then this business landed in my lap. When I was pregnant with my third child. Okay, so I have 3 kids. I forgot to tell you guys. I have a 6-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, and my daughter, my youngest, just turned 2. But when I first joined this business, my kids were 4 years old, 2 years old, and I was pregnant with my third. People usually be like, "Oh my gosh, she's crazy." I was crazy, but I was crazy enough to have the confidence in myself to do something for myself, right? I didn't have the money because I was too ashamed to ask my partner for money to start something that I wasn't even sure I was going to succeed in, anyways. I was afraid of getting in another financial argument. So, you know what I did? I dug into my children's piggy bank. You know what I did? I signed up for OfferUp. I sold their toys so that I can have the investment to join into this business. And I will touch up on those details in a little bit, right? And while I felt bad at the moment for doing that, I don't regret it not one bit because fast forward 2 years, I am the sole provider of this entire household of a family of 5. 2 years later, guess what? Those children's piggy banks are more than full. They each have their own savings account. All of their college is completely paid off. I was able to take my husband from working 12 to 16-hour days. Now he works 6 to 8 hours, and sometimes he can even take days off whenever he wants to. I would always tell people and I would always joke about it. And I would say, "Oh my God, you guys, I'm a single mother. I just use my husband's bank account because he was never home. He was never present. So now I can provide for my family. I can continue to be a present mom, but more than anything, I get to pour onto my own cup. I get to have a nanny, something I always dreamt of, right? So I can go and have my me time and have my girl time because I don't have any family support, right? I don't have anybody to take care of my children. So these are all things that us moms are constantly thinking of and dreaming about. So while you might be thinking, "Oh my God, but I'm really busy. I don't have time for this." When I tell you guys, there is no quota in this business. You work it as you go. We teach you how to implement time blocks into your business, right? To make sure that you become successful and that every time you do implement your 15 minutes here and there are 15 minutes that are very productive and will put you 5 years ahead. Because when I worked my butt off for one entire year, it put me 5 years ahead of everybody. Daniela and myself, we worked so hard that guess what? In the next 5 to 6 months, we're going to be inducted into the $1 million club within our business. Put that into perspective, $1 million within just 2 years with this business. It doesn't make us any different than you are. I built this business within the 4 walls of my home because I never leave my home. You guys know how stay at home mom life is, right? A baby on the boob, a baby on the hip, and one on the hand. Literally. And I tell this to everybody because if you're out there thinking that, I can never amount to this, I don't have any followers, I didn't either. But we learn every single step along the way. Just like if you were to go into, study for college, just like if you were to, study for anything, period, you build those daily habits each and every single day and you start implementing it into what fits into your lifestyle. Just like you make your kids routine into your lifestyle, right? You have a birthday party and you kind of flip their nap time around the birthday party time so that you can make it to the birthday party and your kid is not cranky, right? Anybody with me on this one? It's the exact same thing with your business. You build this business and you incorporate it into what you're currently doing every single day. Except now we're going to be boss moms. We're going to be a great example for our children. And we're going to show them what is possible. And we're going to be able to take them to Target because Toys R Us clearly doesn't exist anymore. And they can pick out whatever toy they want. without having to look at the price tag, right? So yes, I did mention you do have to invest into this business, just like in any other business, but there's no other business out there that will give you a 30-day money back guarantee. There's no other business out there that you have no inventory. You're telling me I don't have to go to the USPS store with all my 3 children? I don't. My entire business is through my phone. The only reason I have a computer is because of these calls, because as us mamas, you guys know we don't get a break. We're constantly running inside our own home. We're constantly moving around, but we always have our cell phone on our hand. Instead of aimlessly scrolling through Instagram, instead of aimlessly scrolling through social media, living through other people's lives, you can be making an income from your phone. Monetize your social media. And we will teach you how to build your own personal brand and not just be that money girl. We will teach you how to build your personal brand, on how to educate other people, add value to other people, just like your social selling. Daniela said it there, earlier. Your social selling on your children's clothes, your social selling on your children's games, educational toys, all these things, and you can incorporate it into this business, right? You're doing things that you're already doing. We have children's shampoo, we have men's shampoo, we have women's shampoo for every single hair type. Our products are vegan, cruelty-free, which is Leaping Bunny certified, non-toxic, naturally based. These are products that everybody, and ingredients that everybody's looking for nowadays, right? This is a company that is a baby company, and everybody has the same opportunity. You don't need to have a specific image to do this business. You don't need to have a professional background to do this business. You don't need to have a quiet background to do this business. When I tell you guys, it's only quiet because my children are sleeping right now, but I promise you, my children sometimes even scream in the middle of a training call, and that's okay. And I'm not embarrassed because I'm not tied down to a schedule. I don't have to have a quiet background. For such a very long time, I looked for a work from home job, and none of them were able to fit into my schedule because you needed a quiet background. You needed to work a certain amount of hours a day. This is a business where if you put 4 hours, even a week, you can still rock this business, right? So that's what we are. We are shampoo, we are skincare, and we are wellness products. Products that are consumable and there's no saturation at all. In 5 different countries, 5 different countries: Ireland, Poland, which haven't even been around for a year, okay? UK has been only around for 2 years. Canada has only been around for I think 2.5, 3 years. No, I think like a little bit like over 3 years. And then you have now the US, which has just made 6 years. And we are considered the #1 luxury hair care brand in the entire world. Put that into perspective. All right. No other job is going to give you this opportunity to be able to build a business, to be able to build an income, to be able to have a community where constantly supports you, doesn't judge you, puts you out of your comfort zone, pushes you and challenges you every single day to become a better version of yourself. And that's what we do. If you're somebody who's always looking at your phone waiting for somebody to text you and be really excited, and then the next thing you know it's only your mom, let me tell you, your phone's about to blow up, and you're going to be surrounded with thousands of women with the same interests and the same goals as you. You don't have anybody to have a play date with? Well, get ready, because your birthday parties are going to be full of children now. And that's what this business does for you. It builds long lasting relationships. It builds long lasting income. It builds long lasting time freedom, which is everything that we all crave. So while you do have to invest into this business, what does it bring you? You're probably like, okay, is there any monthly fees that I have to pay? No, there's no monthly fees that you have to pay at all whatsoever. It's a one-time investment and that's it. 30-day money back guarantee. You buy your personal products for your personal use, and that is it. Free website, a bag full of samples, and all of your materials, and a community to back you up with resources and trainings for you guys, which we have a training now at 9 p.m. and we're going to teach people on how to build their personal brand on social media. Right? So it's like Shanna Lee said, it's a no-brainer. You have nothing to lose and the entire world to gain. There's nothing to lose. So take a bet on yourself. If the person who invited you on this call is because they saw potential in you, because they know that everybody has the same opportunities, what are you going to do with it? All right. So reach out to the person who invited you guys on this call. Ask them for any questions that you may have. We're always here to answer each and every single one of them. And I'm so excited to see you guys part of our team. I don't know if you want to close it out with anything else. D? No? All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.